Welcome back to another episode of Anakin Does Tarot Readings in his kitchen for a collective of mighty-minded people and aliens and magical, mystical, fairy tale beings who fly from the moon, maybe even the stars. Who knew? Who knew that one day we would be here meeting across from each other after so long? After so long! It's been so long, my friend. How long has it been? I don't know. All I know is I have to read these cards now. For the fire. The holy fire of the universe. And God. And me. The holy fire inside of me. Without further ado. Alright. Who am I talking to today? Who am I talking to? Or, well, I mean, you already know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. What do you want to know, though? What are we working with? What kind of stuff are we working with today? Okay. Got a star in the midst, on the table. The fairies are identifying you as a star. Ooh, the Hermit and the star. A hermetic star. It's sort of like an oxymoron, isn't it? Are you shining? Are you in front of the people? Are you reclusive in your house? Which is it? I think you have both. I think you have the best of both worlds, maybe. Because these are both upright. You're an upright person. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. I like that. Okay, I like that a lot. We got earthworm energy. So industriousness, entrepreneurship. I'm going to read that after we do the reading. Okay. We got an Actually, we're going to do that right now. Earthworm energy. Earthworm energy. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. Oh no. We've all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, and valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. To bring this into balance, speak up and risk embarrassment. The fear of intimidation. Fear of intimidation. To be intimidated by others is an illusion. Intimidation is an illusion. An illusion. It does not actually exist. So do not let yourself be intimidated by others. It is very important. I'm reading this book. It's by Robert Ringer. I don't know. I think he's in a band or something. But his name is Robert Ringer, and he wrote this book called Winning Through Intimidation. I highly recommend it. It teaches how to navigate the world of capitalism, of people saying they're going to do things but not doing them. How to overcome intimidating people. That's what it is all about. I really like that book. And this is remnant of the Hermit and the Star, like risking embarrassment. You have a lot to offer the world. You have a lot to offer in this field that you're in. And just like the card said, I mean, you know, you probably have your people that you look up to, that you watch, that you see do the things that you want to be doing. And this is you. Like, it's time to step up and just be yourself, and understand that everybody else, even the people that you look up to, like, they started somewhere too. And that's just exactly what this said. But it's like get in tune with that. Maybe even, you know, even if they started in this energy, this shy, hesitant energy, if you look at them and you really like internalize what they're doing, there's no difference between them and you. There's like no difference. They don't know anything else. They don't know anything more than you know. I think it's just they've been doing it longer. They've built that that trust. And what this is saying is you can have that trust. You can trust in the universe. You can trust in spirit, because spirit has your back, and you can relax, right? Like, there's no need to be shy. Risk embarrassing yourself. Put yourself out there, but do it with your heart. And if you do it with your heart, you can't go wrong, because you're leading with love, and you're channeling the divine power. Okay? So it's like, even if you mess up, or even if you say something wrong, or even if you paint something that's whatever, if your art is obscure and taboo a little bit, it won't go wrong for you. It will only teach you lessons. It will only build you up. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think, because you in your heart know that you did it from the heart. And that's what you have to go to bed with. That's who you have to go to bed with every night. That's who you have to look in the mirror every day. That's you, right? And so if you know that you're doing it from your heart, then there's no reason to be embarrassed. There's no reason to let other people's ideas of you influence the way you think about your art. Another book, I talk about it, but it's called The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. Like, great book. Really, really great book. It's amazing to listen to on audiobook too, on Audible, because he reads it himself and he has this deep resonance. It's very, very cool to listen to. Okay, so there's this dichotomy of wanting to shine and being somebody who does shine naturally, but keeping your shine in your house or within yourself, within your own energy. And it's just time for you to break free from that. Okay, awareness and participation. Okay, so the first thing I notice is there's a veil here that's getting burned by blue flames. So I'm reasoning that it's probably your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is burning through this veil. So your voice is very important, and it's something that you use often. Okay, and another thing I'm seeing about this in this card is the shadow. The shadow's on the veil, but past it, there's no shadow. So there's a possibility here that you're confronting certain aspects of yourself through journaling or speaking to yourself, self-talk. And that's part of the reason why you're in this energy right now, because you're like on that cusp. You're ready to break free from your shell. Okay, participation is in reverse. So yeah, I don't believe that you're there yet. I don't think that you've made your way into the world completely. I think you've sort of edged your way in. You might be peeking through the blinds, but this is just a taste of you. What you've put out so far is just a taste. It's just a small little taste. It's not even, it has very little, like it's very little compared to what you're going to do and the legacy that you're going to leave with what you do. So your participation, like, even if you feel like that you've already started with whatever it is that you've started, you've barely touched the surface of it. You've barely made a dent in the impact that you're going to actually have in this field. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, like leadership energy here. King of Wands. King of Wands. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 woo, 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 woo. King of Wands. King of Wands. Yeah, so leadership, creative flow, leadership. Sort of like sitting with your energy here. I feel like it's sort of out of touch for you, but you can, like, the feeling I'm getting is you have been in this hermit mode. You've been like viewing yourself from a bird's eye view for a long time. And the participation aspect, like what you're walking into is this, it's this version of yourself where you're completely embodying your ego. You're completely embodying your physicality. And it's like you're so in the game that you lose yourself in it. You lose yourself in the illusion, and it just becomes a dance where you have full control and full free flow, sovereignty, basically, of what ideas are flowing and where you're putting your attention and what's coming to you and what's going over there and how you're acting and how you're being with others. Like all of these, like your world, it's like you're this conductor and it's an orchestra and you are conducting this symphony around you. That's what I'm seeing and feeling. With your wand, with your creative power. And this is a wand, this creative power is something that you've gotten from your hermit, from this era of reclusion. And so not only are you entering into a period of time where it's like, yeah, you're getting to participate in the world, but you're also being reminded that pay homage to that period of time that you spent alone and you spent in introspection and you spent in that bird's eye view, because that is very beneficial. You had to do that work. You had to work that out in order to get into the flow state, right? You had to like reason with yourself and learn the knowledge and, ask questions to people. And then you had to, experiment and try it out and immerse yourself and then come out of the pool and then back into the pool and put a foot in and then take it out again. And maybe you like it hot and maybe you like it cold. And, you were figuring stuff out and you were figuring out how to understand others and where you wanted to be in the world. And all of that was a great period of your life. And that is, that deserves your respect and that deserves your honor. Okay, so honor it. And honor it by, sitting with that time in your life. And you're getting out of that time. So it's like maybe, adopting a mindset of I honor this period of time and I let it go and I release it, rather than I'm trying to push it away and I don't want to deal with that anymore and I'm ready to be in and I don't want to be out. It's like I honor that and I respect that, and I respect that I went through that and I had to go through that to get to where I am now. And I'm so much better because of that. And, I honor that. And I will stay with that for as long as my inner child, my divine feminine and masculine need for me to, participate in that, so that I can participate fully in this. Because if you are not done with this cycle, then it's like you haven't prepared completely for this cycle, and then you get caught in these loops of like trying to figure out, did I do everything right? Did I cross all my T's? Did I check all my did I dot all my I's? And there's anomalies where you can transcend all of that, but it's important to do the work of your karma and fulfill that, like fulfill the wants and desires that you have, so that you're not wondering about it when you're sitting in meditation in the mountain and you're, transcending consciousness. You're not wondering about what was it like to be a business owner, or what was it like to be on stage and sing in front of thousands of people, or what was it like to, create that art that lasts for decades and stands the test of time. What was it like? And so fulfill your desires, and any dreams that you have the ability to achieve, and you're going to get to start to play that role in reality. And so it's like the video game that you've been playing, the sort of out of it into it. It's like you're going to be fully integrated, and I feel that's that integration that you've been seeking. Completion, that's what it's called. Completion. Okay? The final puzzle piece of your story is coming to a completion. It's like finally here. It has arrived. You have arrived. Welcome home. Wow. 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 Okay. Oh, okay. What else do we got? Okay, we got good luck out here. So these are the talisman oracle cards. Luck is with you and with everything you touch. This is a very positive card that indicates growth and increased potential. The currents are in your favor, and if you act upon your wishes, you will benefit greatly. It's up to you to channel this good fortune. The circles on the card form the number 8. 8 is an auspicious number and a symbol of new beginnings. Fate will be strong and will take a strong hand and redirect your path in a very positive way. What you do after this shift is in your hands. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh, okay. All right, what else do we got? Couple symbols, maybe oracle card 2. Ooh, I feel good. I feel really, really good. I feel like you feel good too. I feel like you are feeling good too. Let me pull you a mudra card. A mudra. Crown chakra. Okay. Sahasrara. Okay. Okay, so the crown chakra. Your crown chakra is activating. Your access to God. You've been talking to God. You've been talking to God. Om is a good chant. Om, 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 om. Okay. Guiding children. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children. Now, I believe this is your inner child. If you're not an actual counselor or teacher, this is your inner child. And your crown chakra is you connecting to God so that you can embody God. You can embody source. And in embodying source, you are taking the actions that source would take. You're taking the actions of your higher self. Okay, and one of the highest versions of you, your most authentic versions, is that inner child. Okay, and so authenticity is the highest vibration. So your inner child, you're directing it now with the help of the universe. There's some parenting that you probably missed out on that you're now doing with God. Okay, veiled in reverse. The veil is coming off. It's coming off. The blinders that you've been wearing are no longer, like, they're coming off. They're fading. You're starting to see. You're starting to see really purely. The eyes of God are coming in. Safe travel over here. In reverse, though. Okay? So wherever you are, it's pretty safe. It's safe. The end of a tough cycle. Okay? And it's time to take action. Okay, so you're reaching completions. There's probably going to be movement in your future. Tuning into that crown chakra is going to be huge. Taking action on ending this cycle, using that leadership ability, being in your purpose. These are all things that are just going to come naturally, though. Like, I feel like this is not your work. You're just listening to what you're going to do. It's not your work at all. You're going to know what to take action on, how to take action on it. You're going to do it in good timing. That's what you like. That's your embodiment right now. You're ending this tough cycle with your sheer will. The sheer will that you put into your work, your spiritual journey is like transitioning you from one state of consciousness to an entirely different state of consciousness. Like it's a big shift. It's a paradigm shift. For sure. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. Ace of Autumn. I mean, look at this. Like, this is release. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. I believe it's the release of all of that lower self. It's gone. And you'll be sitting playing in the new, and all your books and all your knowledge surrounding you. You're playing in your gold, in your books and your gold, basically. Just doing your thing. Okay, that's all I got for you guys today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, that's all I got. Bye-bye, namaste.